Hey there, it's Mark from MENWHOBULLET. Thanks so much for checking out today's video. We're going to get a little bit crafty today. We're going to put down our bullet journal for just a little bit because I want to show you how to make your own custom gift bags out of a custom made stamp. I made this really awesome gift bag using my rubber stamp that I'm going to make today, and I'm really excited to show you how you can make your own. Now, you might be thinking, Mark, you are the bullet journal guy. Don't you just do that? I don't. I have other hobbies. I actually have a lot of other hobbies, but that's besides the point. I want to thank the folks over at Partyville. They sent me out a 30-pack of colored gift bags. You know I'm going to use every single one and take out every stamp I've ever made and try them on here. But we're going to be putting our own custom-made stamp onto these, which is pretty awesome. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to carve out the stamp first. I'll show you the process that I'm going to use. Brand new process. It's interesting. Then we're going to ink that stamp and then create really cool patterns on our gift bags. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, the first step to get all of this together is I have my laser printed leaf here over on my piece of paper. I also have my rubber piece that I'm going to be transferring this onto, and the other piece that I have right now is I've got my iron over here. So this will be the first time that I'm trying an iron transfer. I've tried the other ones where you've used pencil and tracing paper before, but this will be my first time when I'm doing this. And from what I understand, if you have the toner print from a laser printer and you transfer that onto the rubber, it supposedly just transfers that ink without having to use any pencils or markers or anything else like that. Once we get this print onto this block here, we'll go ahead and carve that out. And then what I thought we would do, since we're encroaching on the fall, or we're already here, is we're going to take these Partyville bags, and I'm really excited that they sent me a bunch of these. You get all of these in one pack, and I thought it would be such a fun and exciting project to take the fall stamp and to put it onto a fall gift bag. That way, if you wanted to give this to somebody else, not only do you have a really cool stamp that you can use inside of your journal or other places, but you also have a stamp that you can use to create your own products now. So I'm excited to get this started. So I think that the iron is heated up. Let me go ahead and open up this rubber and we'll go ahead and do our first transfer. To do the transfer, you need your print. I also have a piece of wax paper is what I saw online to use, and I have my iron over here heating up. They said to put it on kind of like a medium setting, so I have it on like a 1-2 over here so that I'm not burning anything up. It can take a little bit of time, at least from what they've said, so we'll go ahead and see how long this actually takes us. I'm going to line this up kind of over here on the top corner of here. That way I can use the rest of this stamp for something else. Take my wax paper. And we'll set that down on top here so you should be able to faintly see that outline here. And then let's go ahead and see how long this takes. Okay, so that was about a minute of time. So let's hold this all down on here. See if we've got any transfer. Nope, it's warm and it's sticking on there, but still not transferred yet. Okay, so that was another minute there. Ooh, it's starting to come off. You see that? Maybe we'll do it for just a few more minutes. Okay. All right, I've been doing this for a while and I'm starting to get a little bit nervous. I don't know if the rubber would melt or not. So let's take this up and put this to the side. Oh, it looks like I might have melted it a little bit. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh my goodness. This is, ooh, that is hot. So I probably should have put something else down on top of that there. I probably will sit it maybe on here. So I can see it pretty well on there. enough to at least get the outline, and I can always add in some of that extra detail myself. So we will be back in just a second. We're back after giving that a minute to not be so hot anymore. So what I'm going to do is just to really help myself out is I'm just going to take a fine liner, just a nice fine point fine liner, and I'm just going to go over the detail just ever so slightly. For today, I'm going to outline it nice up and close, but for the details and things like that, I might need to take it away for a second because the details are so fine in this one and I want to do a good job that I need to get really close, and the setup here doesn't always allow that. So I'll take it pretty far and then I'm going to take it away to get in those details, and then we'll start printing. So I'm going to be using my Flex Cut carving tools today. This is the micro palm set. I just really enjoy this for a lot of these fine detail ones that are inside of here. It's one of my favorites that I've been using and I really like it a lot. I just need to grab one thing, which is my little container that I keep my shavings inside of. I've been trying to be better about not making as big of a mess as I go through, but this is just a small mason jar that as I'm carving things away, I put little shavings into just so I don't create a mess all over the place. And then the one last thing I'll do real quick before I actually start carving is to cut this down in size a little bit. I don't need this whole entire space here to carve away. What I'll do is I just have a small little cutting mat that I have underneath here, and I'm just going to just carve away around this stamp real quick. So I give myself my little bit of working space here. It's probably a lot closer than I've actually cut it before if I'm thinking about it. So we're going to get started today. I just like to do my outline first all the way around my stamp with this fine point. This is the 45° 1mm. Has a really nice deep gouge inside of here. I actually probably should sharpen these in the very near future. Haven't done that in a minute. But this gets inside of those details around the edges as I go through. Once I go around the edge with that finer one, then I just like to take it up a whole step. This is probably the larger one that's in here with the number 5. It's a 2.5mm gouge. And then I'm just going to go around the edge again, now that I have the starter line here, to take out even more. All right, I've got a little bit more work that I have to do around the edges here, but now I want to go in and start to get out these fine details. I'm going to take this away because when I work, I need to get like super close, and I don't think you want to look at the back of my head as I do that. So I'll take this back away, we'll come back and look at the detail, and then we'll go ahead and do some of our first prints on our party bags. All right, so we've got all of the detail in our stamp now, as you can see. So we're going to try out our first print. I'm going to clean up the edges just a little bit first, get it nice and close, and then we'll do our first print. For today's print, I'm just going to use this VersaFine black ink. I've got my little first print stamp book that I've been doing. It's just a fun way to collect all of the different stamp ideas that I've done over time. It's kind of like a little first print book. I like it. If you see me do this before, I've learned a technique from others in this community, which is taking your stamp block and putting it onto your stamp versus you taking your stamp and putting it onto your ink block. And it works pretty well. All right, we're gonna flip it over here. Give it as much even pressure as we can. And give a reveal. I smudged it a little bit there. Let's try it one more time. There we go. All right, I'm loving the way that's looking. That turned out so nice. Great, so now that we did our first print and we feel like it's looking good, I'm just probably gonna clean up just a few of these little edges real quick. You'll see along the edge here, so that as I'm printing down, we don't get any of that on the bag. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, these are from Partyville, and I'll actually have them on my Amazon store, amazon.com/shop/menwhobullet, if you want to find all of the materials to make this today. So with this bag, we're actually going to try to print on both sides of this, but we'll start on this flat side here. So I'm going to lay that nice and flat. I'm going to sit my stamp over here, and we're just going to try to create just a real simple sort of pattern down on here. The cool thing with any of these different type of stamps or anything you might use on top of a bag like this is you can make it your own, and you'll never find another one like it. Now the bag handle is right through there, so that's why we're getting a little bit of a miss there, but I wanted to start this pattern at the top. And I forgot to mention, I'm going to grab just a scrap piece of paper here because I'm going to start to take my patterns off the edge. I don't want to get any ink on my background here. I'm noticing a few little spots here at the top where the ink is grabbing. So again, I'm just gonna clean up the top of this real quick so that doesn't continue. I didn't see it with my test prints, but I'm seeing it more as we're coming across the paper here. All right, so we're just gonna let this ink dry for just a few minutes. I haven't actually done any dry time on this type of bag just yet, but I'll set a little timer and I'll let you know in just a few minutes how long the VersaFine ink takes to dry on top of these Partyville bags. All right, so it's been about 8 minutes, and if I touch on this, it still can potentially come off here on my fingers. But what's interesting is that I was taking some paper towel and trying to blot it a little bit to see, and it's coming off pretty light. So what I'm going to do, just to be safe, but to continue on with this project, is I let it sit here for about 8 minutes. We're just gonna flip it on top of this paper towel so that I can do the rest of the prints here on this side so we can finish up the project here. But I would definitely say for yourself, let's try to find a faster drying ink. This paper is also slightly coated, so that's the other reason that it's going to be laying on top. But if you did this with like a craft paper bag or something like that, it might dry a little bit quicker, but this is still definitely working. I wanted to also show you in just a minute some of the other fun designs that I've been working on with these. It's been pretty fun making these bags. So we got that laid down here. So I'm gonna let that dry for a second, but that's what our other side is looking like as well. I'm actually gonna open the bag up and sit it out versus laying it down. That way both sides can dry for a second. I do want to show some of the other designs that I've been working on. So one of my favorite stamps that I've ever made is my iced coffee stamp here. And I decided to turn this one into a pattern on the bag as well. And then I came back in with a white Uniball gel pen and just added some of the extra detail on here. So this is a fun little gift bag that you could give to someone for sure. And this was also another one that I was playing around with. So I took one of my bigger stamps here and pressed them down about 4 times inside of here. And then all I did was go in with one of my fine liners, like a big thick one. And I just put in some of these extra little dots around here and wrote a name here on the bag so that you know who it's for. And it's certainly not like, you know, one that you would buy from a store, but certainly something that you're making on your own. So I just had so much fun doing this. This is like a new fun thing for me to do. So it's all looking good. So let's go back and just check on our leaf one real quick. Just wanted to show off some of the fun stuff that I've been doing and that you could certainly do with these bags as well. All right, so we're back. And everything is pretty dry now. So I'm feeling good about where everything landed. Definitely the first time I was doing this one, and you know, I'm learning a lot as I'm going along, especially with dry time, but just really big fan of how this turned out. So hopefully you enjoyed this video today and you feel comfortable in maybe taking this on yourself. If you want to use pre-made stamps that you already have, I think that's fantastic and it works so well. If you want to make your own, I'll actually link up in the card above how to make your own stamp. And I go through the process of transferring it onto your rubber block and sketching and carving and everything like that. And I'd love to see if you're creating other things. All right, I hope you had as much fun as I did doing this today. It's a constant learning experience whenever you try something new, whether it's making a stamp or heat transferring, or even just getting things onto these bags. It's been so fun. And you saw a few of my other designs, my iced coffee bag, which I'm a big fan of. And I'm really loving this one. This one I didn't expect to really like at first, but I don't know, it's looking pretty neat. So hopefully you had a good time. You learned a handful of things. To help you out moving forward, I'll actually put a bunch of links in the descriptions for you below. I'll put links to how to make your own stamp. I'll go ahead and also put links to the materials that you can use to do that. And I'll also link these party bags down below too. That way, if you want to try this out, it's kind of all in one place for you. I want to make this easy and I want to make it fun for you. Thanks again for hanging out, and happy planning and happy crafting.